Yeah, what's going on, guys? I'm RyGo.
Hey guys, and I'm Lucas.
And today we're gonna do another interview, kind of bro down video about something from your quiver, the Cabrinha Ace.
The new Ace, yeah. First off, man, we gotta talk about the graphics.
The graphics. I did actually, yeah.
That board is insane. I'm super stoked on it. Patrick, our graphic designer, crushed it. It's a super good looking board, and it's kind of the first one you see and you want to grab and pick up.
For sure.
But yeah, it's a fun little board. It's kind of snuck into my quiver as well. It's a good crossover into free ride performance. Much better to do some big air than my wake style type board.
Yeah.
It has a pretty flat rocker, a pretty square relative outline, which makes it really good to go upwind. Easy to plane, easy to ride, but you also have a lot of grip for pop and a lot of good jumping ability that comes out of it. What makes this board really unique, which is pretty cool, it has actually a hybrid construction between wood and foam core.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so back in the day, all the boards were made out of foam, right? And then it kind of transitioned to wood. But then what
Wood's
they did,
where it's at too.
Yeah.
Wood cores are, I love, just to interject there for a second, I love the feeling of the board with a wood core. I always feel like it's a little damper in the shop. I feel like the board on my feet, it's not heavy. I just like feel like there's something there to move and control. It feels better. Yeah, responsive.
Yeah. So now we have a wood core with a hybrid carbon or hybrid foam in there, but we added 2 carbon strips to make it a little bit stiffer. So what it does overall, it makes a really light board, but it makes it fairly responsive. So you still get that strong push, and you get a good pop out of it, but you still kind of have that wood core feeling where it's not a hard carbon landing, right? So it's kind of a hybrid feel to it. The reason I choose it is I do get the pop that I want from it, especially when you're like pumping out on a session and you're hopping over a little shop to get that right kicker. You really feel a quick, lively board under your feet. And it has some deep channel grip, or some deep channels on both edges and on the tips, so you're really not slipping out on your pop. And that's a huge part about big air that people don't really take into consideration. They pick the kite, but you actually have to have a good board as well.
You got to be able to hold down that edge.
Exactly. The pop is huge. It's half the jump, or even more than that if you're really looking into details. You really need to load up your kite slingshot, your momentum back, so then when you rock it in the air, you have a lot of load, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the board's kind of been my all-around freestyle performance board. It's in my range now. I ride it all the time. I bring it on trips. I have it here in Hatteras with us, along with my CBL. So yeah, I'm stoked with it.
Yeah, and it's cool you mentioned those. I haven't actually tried the new Ace yet. I've tried some of the older ones, but there are most of my favorite boards when I do put strap up, like they include a lot of that technology you're talking about, like the carbon stringers to give that little extra light pop and snap out of the board, the wood core. I mean, I'm keen to try it eventually, maybe while we're down here.
It's a bit different to the wood core in terms of like feeling of like it's a bit more alive, it's a bit more responsive because of that carbon in there. The wood core will be maybe generally a bit easier on your knees, and if you look at it that way, it's a bit smoother. It's
a smart hybrid for sure, because I think the carbon, like putting a little carbon in a board, like I have a full carbon board I'm testing. I'm not like the biggest full carbon guy. I like that blend where you have that light poppy, but you still have a board on your feet.
Exactly. There's so much to consider when you're looking at boards.
There is.
Like the possibilities are endless, and when it comes to carbon, there's huge benefits in the pop, but you're paying for it when you land.
You are.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that hybrid feeling to it really like allows to have that pop on the takeoff, and then when you land you kind of feel like you still have that wood core that's like more forgiving and easier to stick it, right? You're not bouncing out of it. So
exactly.
Yeah, so I've been enjoying that feeling to it. Yeah, one of my favorite boards right now at the moment, and stoked with it.
Awesome, dude.
Cheers.
Well, I hope you guys found this helpful. A little different, not our standard review, but I mean, I think it's fun to talk about gear, get other minds, and obviously like Lucas just kills it for the free ride, as you can see in this video here. So if you found the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Cheers.